What's going on, guys? Ferocity here. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. It's been a really long time since I've even checked out Fortnite, but I'm ready to re-download it again. This new Simpsons Fortnite collaboration looks awesome. The way that they've paid homage to this franchise is really cool. The battle bus flying through the clouds over top of Springfield that has just been recreated in such a cool way. It really makes me want to play Fortnite again. And this is a game that I haven't touched in like 5 years, probably. But this is the power of collaborations. This is the importance of it for games like Fortnite, because it's garnering interest from people who normally don't play your game. So it's doing exactly what it's intended to do. But it does bring into question whether or not these collaborations have become a bit of a crutch for games like Fortnite. Are they becoming over-reliant on collaborations to garner interest in their game? And that's really what I want to focus on for this video. So I want to extend the question to you first. Do you feel that video games are becoming over-reliant on collaborations? This isn't just to do with Fortnite, it's for all gaming. For your favorite games or your least favorite games. Do you think there has become an over-reliance on collabs? And beyond that, do you think that collaborations are good or bad for video games? I'd love to hear any and all of your thoughts down below in that comment section. Because for me, I think this is a very complicated topic. I see the purpose behind collaborations. Like I said earlier, they have me interested in Fortnite again for the first time in 5 years. And I know that I'm not alone there, because they've been able to bring in an IP that I'm interested about. And they've done a really good job paying homage to that IP. So I get it. I understand why there has become this reliance on collaborations for a game like Fortnite. Because let's be honest, if they just released any old chapter with a bunch of original content, there wouldn't be as much interest and intrigue around Fortnite right now. There just wouldn't be. And that's why I get why Fortnite does it. I get why Call of Duty does it. I get why Dead by Daylight does it. But I'm wondering if there has become an over-reliance because the original content they're releasing is just uninteresting. And it's become a little stale. That's why they're moving towards these collaborations so often. But there's another layer here that we obviously have to talk about. The financial incentive. Like, it's great for Fortnite to release these events and release these collaborations that bring in a bunch of people, that garner a ton of interest. But what they want is your money. And that's why they do it. These collaborations aren't necessarily done to bring you in the game. They're done to bring you in the game so you spend money. And that's why there's become such a reliance on them, because anything that's a collaboration is going to generally make more money than original content. An original content chapter for Fortnite is not going to drum up the same amount of revenue as a short-term Simpsons collab is going to. It's just that simple. Let's be honest here. And that's why there is such an incentive to do these collaborations. Now, good on Fortnite for actually doing a good job with them, paying homage to the IP, really doing something special here that even garners more interest and garners more intrigue, which is going to make them even more money. But you could also look at it the way Call of Duty does it, and the way that Dead by Daylight has been doing it recently as well, where you just bring in characters from big IPs, like The Walking Dead was a recent one that Dead by Daylight did. And all they did was bring in characters. We didn't get a Walking Dead map. We didn't get really anything special. There wasn't a cool, massive Walking Dead event. It was just like, here's some characters that have extremely overpowered perks. And that's it. And then Call of Duty does something with the John Wick ballerina movie, where we don't get a new map, we get a really half-assed event and a couple skins. And that's it. But they make a ton of money on it, right? So the financial incentive is there for them, but they can just half-ass it. Like I said, like, props to Fortnite for doing something like what they've done with Simpsons, like what they did with Squid Games, where you have something memorable for the community. It feels bigger than just a collaboration. But that's honestly where we're at right now, where it feels like every game is trying to get their hand in the cookie jar so they can create a collaboration so they can make more money. And I want to see collaborations be done the way that Fortnite does them, where it's about these unique gameplay experiences that are short term, that are fleeting, but are special, are memorable. That's what the focus should be. And that's where like the financial incentive is fine. But I look at what Dead by Daylight's done, I've looked at what Call of Duty has done, and I see those as half-assed collaborations that are just done solely for financial gain instead of trying to provide that unique experience around a cool collab. So to get back to the original question I posed at the beginning of this video, I think that we are seeing an over-reliance of collaborations in video games. But it's hard to ignore the financial incentive that's there for developers to continue to push these types of collaborations. They're there for a reason. And personally, it makes sense. Like, for what reason would you not do this? Right? For what reason financially would you not pursue this? The thing that we need to do as a community is we need to push developers to make these collaborations special the way that Fortnite has done it with the Simpsons. So the next time big collaborations come to Call of Duty or come to Dead by Daylight or come to your favorite game, it should be about paying homage to that IP. And Dead by Daylight used to do this, right? They used to bring in a ton of content, but also make the game feel like that collab for a extended period of time. They did it sort of with Five Nights at Freddy's when they brought that collaboration in, but then they followed it up with that Walking Dead one, and it was just sort of a massive letdown. And they've done that more and more in that game specifically. Like when they brought Lara Croft in from Tomb Raider, one of my favorite games, one of my favorite franchises, and they did nothing else. They're just like, yeah, here's this character, enjoy it. And that was it. And it's kind of disappointing when they do that. It feels like they're just trying to cash in financially. And Call of Duty is known for doing that as well, just bringing in characters from different IPs and charging money for them. Just trying to make money off those IPs instead of doing something original and something unique. And that's really what I want to see from collaborations. Like, Fortnite is the best of what collaborations can be, and Call of Duty is the worst. So personally, I don't think that collaborations are going anywhere, but I want to see them continue to get better. More about incentives for the community and less about trying to just cash in quickly on an IP. It's as simple as that for me. But this is where I'm going to pass it off to you once again. I want to hear your thoughts on this down below in that comment section. Are you on the side of no collabs whatsoever, or do you want to see more and more collaborations in your video games? I'd love to know any and all of your thoughts in that comment section down below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more videos from me, please hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.